If you would have told me at the beginning of the 2025 NFL season that the Chicago Bears would be the #1 seed in the NFC after week 13, then I would have told you you lost your freaking mind. I am as big of a Ben Johnson fan as anybody. I wanted him to coach my Panthers in 2023 and 2024, but I did not think that he could work miracles, which was to make the Chicago Bears relevant in less than a year. Think about that. Think about what Ben Johnson has done. He has made the Chicago Bears from a bottom feeder team of the league to #1 in the NFC. He is absolutely the Coach of the Year favorite. We are going to talk a lot more about Ben Johnson here in a minute because he deserves so much credit. But let's start with Caleb Williams, the second-year quarterback out of USC. And honestly, if you look at the numbers, they don't fly off the shelf or anything. They don't fly off of the page. He has 2,700 yards, 17 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. That's fine. It's a good second-year stat line for Caleb Williams. But there have been times where he certainly doesn't look like the franchise quarterback. He's been average at times. But he's doing everything that he needs to do to win games. He's being a game manager, as Cam Newton so lovingly says. But that's not always a bad thing. And let me tell you this, I don't like Caleb Williams. I don't want to see Caleb Williams be a top quarterback in the NFL. But he's playing good football. I cannot deny that. I thought he played fine as a rookie. I thought he showed flashes, but I also saw moments where he looked very uncomfortable, where you could tell he had only really played in a Big 12, Pac-12 type defense. He definitely had some growing pains as a rookie, and I thought that Ben Johnson was going to help him a lot just because of the history with Jared Goff. I mean, Jared Goff's career was over before he got to Detroit, and Ben Johnson turned it around. Now Jared Goff's one of the top paid quarterbacks in the NFL. But I didn't think it would be this fast. I really didn't. And I think the key here is making things simple. What do I mean by that? Well, first of all, he has weapons around him. Caleb Williams has a three-headed monster in the passing game that he can distribute the ball to. Rome Odunze, DJ Moore, and Colston Loveland. Let's start with DJ Moore, the veteran of this group. A former Carolina Panther. I absolutely love DJ Moore. Now, he's taking a step back. He is no longer the wide receiver 1 in this receiving room. But he's still doing his part. He has 500 yards and 3 touchdowns. There was a point in the year where I would have told you that DJ Moore was probably leaving Chicago. But I don't see that right now. He seems really happy, and it's hard not to be happy when you're 9-3. Rome Odunze has taken a huge step up, which I thought he would. I have loved Rome Odunze all throughout from back when he was at Washington and in the 2024 draft. I made a video saying he was my favorite receiver in the entire draft, more than Marvin Harrison Jr. And honestly, he has shown flashes that he can be better than Marvin Harrison Jr. He's doing a really nice job. 660 yards, 6 touchdowns. He is emerging as a true wide receiver 1 in the NFL. Now, he still is so young, and he's still going to have time to develop, and he's been a fantasy matchup nightmare. Now, Colston Loveland, the tight end, rookie out of Michigan. I love Tyler Warren out of the draft. But Colston Loveland did jump off the screen. I think he is a great pass catcher, and he plays more like a wide receiver, 430 yards for him. And I think all of this ability to be able to distribute the ball, it just makes things so easy for Caleb Williams, which I think Ben Johnson understands is critical for a young quarterback, making things easy. If you look at like Bryce Young in 2023, and I use Bryce Young a lot, but it's because I'm a Panthers fan. He's who I keep up with the most, and I think it's a really good play here. He had no receiving core in his first 2 years. He had no offensive line help his rookie year, and people were ready to write Bryce Young off as a bust. Caleb Williams did not have an offensive line in 2024. This year, he's got an offensive line. They brought in veteran guard Joe Thuney from the Kansas City Chiefs. I loved this move when it happened. Joe Thuney is one of the premier guards in football. He has played with Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady. He is a really, really good guard. Now, he's older. He's in his 30s, so he's not going to play forever. But for the Bears, who are trying to win right now, which I did not think they were trying to do when they traded for him, but now that they're trying to win now, he's the perfect piece. They also brought in Jonah Jackson and center Drew Dahlman. These guys are creating a really solid offensive line core in Chicago that is allowing Caleb Williams to buy time and find that three-headed monster at receiver. This also makes things so much easier for a quarterback because he gets time to develop. He gets time to go through his progressions and find and put in a really good football. Overall, this Bears team is an offensive team winning shootouts. They won 31-28 against the Steelers. They won 47-42 versus the Bengals. This is an exciting time to be a Bears fan. Ben Johnson's play calling is terrific. It's so similar to what we saw with the Lions. Those trick plays that completely throw defenses off. He is such a brilliant young mind, and players are buying in. Think about it. Think about Matt Eberflus's time with the Bears. Did you ever see this kind of buy-in like we're seeing with Ben Johnson? Absolutely not. Now, is the defense great? No. But again, we are in year 1 of the Ben Johnson experiment in Chicago. Ben Johnson is running away with Coach of the Year. Yes, I know you could say Mike Vrabel, but let's not pretend like the Patriots haven't been good before. It's been how long since the Bears have been good? I know they made the playoffs in 2018 with Matt Nagy. And even Matt Nagy didn't have a culture like this. Ben Johnson is building a winning culture. He is valuable to this city, to this team, to this offense. Look at what's happening with the Lions without him. Last season, 15-2. One of the best offenses in football. This year, average. The Lions probably aren't going to make the playoffs. They're 3rd in the NFC North, while the Bears, they're in 1st place. Now, the Bears play the Packers this Sunday, and it's going to be a really, really important game. I think it's going to be a shootout. And if it is a shootout, I like the Bears offense more than Jordan Love, Josh Jacobs, and the Green Bay Packers. I just do. This could be the most important Bears-Packers matchup we've had in over a decade. Ben Johnson is saving the Bears, and I have to say it, somehow the Chicago Bears are good now.